together, feel that rise. Watch the game while the beat flows. At the sports bar where anything goes. Laughter and joy, we're in the zone. On the swivel at the sports bar. Cheering loud, feeling like a star. Good times, laughter and every score. On the swivel, come back for more. Come back for more. Tasty treats and soulful sounds. Feel the rhythm is where joy's found. With every cheer we come alive. Come on in, let's thrive and jive. In this moment we find our groove. On the swivel at the sports bar. Cheering loud, feeling like a star. Good times, laughter and every score. On the swivel, come back for more. Come back for more. Come back for more. Tasty treats and soulful sounds. Feel the rhythm, it's where joy's found. With every cheer we come alive. Come on in, let's thrive and jive. In this moment we find our groove. On the swivel at the sports bar. Cheering loud, feeling like a star. Good times, laughter and every score. On the swivel, come back for more. Swing on by, don't miss the fun. At the sports bar, the best begun. Come back for more. 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 Come back for more.
Hey, good evening, everyone out there. It's R. Payne on Unique Sports Talk. I'm simulcasting this on marriage, politics, and sports as well. And, so we're going to just go ahead and go through some sports for the week, like I do every week on Wednesday at 7 o'clock live. So if you're here, hit the like button, If you're going to subscribe, you can subscribe to either one or both of the channels. Especially on my other channel, which was the original sports channel with politics and relationship stuff, but it got kind of cluttered. So I set up this channel specifically for the sports. So we have some sports we're going to talk about. And maybe a couple of my buddies might pop up. I don't know. They usually do once in a while, and then we'll chop it up. So here's the normal stuff. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Like I said, share this link if you want some other folks to chime in and start to build a community. Of course, everybody wants subscribers to the channel, which always helps. Join the chat. If I catch up to the chat, I'll respond if it's something I guess worth responding to. And then on replay, leave a comment. All right. Disclaimer, I use other people's material from time to time. So, of course, fair use. We just got to put that in there. Sometimes this works and sometimes it doesn't. I guess it's on the content creator. Some folks don't mind their stuff being used as long as you're just not completely plagiarizing it. All right. So let's talk football. Is there really an off season for football? We had the combines and now we're looking at mock drafts. So I just found this list here. Hopefully you can see it. For some of you guys looking, let's try to just enlarge it a little bit. Move it over. Maybe it doesn't need to be that big. All right. So the Of course, the Raiders are looking to get the first round draft choice. Everybody's high on this quarterback, Fernando. So, yeah, he plays pretty well, but we'll see how it translates to the pros. I'm not going to go through all 12 of these. Look at your favorite team and let me know if you think they got a good player. Like the Jets. You know, the Jets are bringing back Geno Smith, from what I understand. So it's full circle for that brother. I think they drafted him originally, I believe. Um, I think the Ravens have a good. I'm gonna get to the Ravens next. They had to shore up their defense, but still, again, the bar is so high for that team with Lamar Jackson on it. So anyway, let's go to that. All right. Noticeable trades and signings. I have a spotlight on the Ravens, so let's just take a little quick peek of what they're doing.
Ravens fans, what if I told you that you now have an elite pass rusher and both of your first-round picks? That's exactly what happened after Baltimore backed out of the Max Crosby trade, got their first-round picks back, and then signed Trey Hendrickson to a 4-year deal. Since 2021, Hendrickson ranks 5th in pass rushing grade, 3rd in sacks, and 4th in pressure percentage. He immediately helps the lowest-graded edge defender unit in the NFL last season. Ravens fans, what if I told you that you now have an elite pass rusher and both of your first-round picks? That's exactly what happened after Baltimore backed out of the Max Crosby trade, got their first-round picks back, and then signed Trey Hendrickson to a 4-year deal. Since 2021, Hendrickson ranks 5th in pass rushing grade, 3rd in sacks, and 4th in pressure percentage. He immediately helps the lowest-graded edge defender unit in the NFL last season. Ravens.
Well, so listen, this is a good non-deal that they made, because they would have had to give up those first round draft choices. So maybe somebody in the head office over there with the Ravens is being smart, frugal. You want to keep your young players anyway. So that's that. So that's the Ravens. The NBA, Bam Adebayo. He scored 83 points yesterday, or the day before, one of these days. So he surpassed Kobe. Nobody's catching Wilt Chamberlain, So let's see a little bit about that.
Now to that historic night in the NBA. Miami Heat star Bam Adebayo scoring, get this, 83 points in a win against the Washington Wizards. It's the second most points ever scored in an NBA game. Only Wilt Chamberlain scored more when he put up 100 points way back in 1962. Last night, Adebayo had 30 at the end of the first quarter. A lot of his points coming from the free throw line, like his last basket of the night.
$83 points for Bam Adebayo. He will come out of the game and hear it from the crowd.
Goodness.
Adebayo passing Kobe Bryant, who scored 81 points 20 years ago. Bam getting mobbed by teammates there after the game, but perhaps that was the sweetest moment that came when his mother, who was in the crowd last night, came out, gave him a huge hug. 83 points. He was 36 of 43 from the free throw line. 36 points a night. A lot of folks are never going to.
He's a pretty good player. So he was just on fire. A lot of y'all may or may not know that his lady is Asia Wilson from the WNBA, and she essentially is the best player there. So they got the basketball in the genes. I don't think they're married. I don't believe so. But they've been together for a little while. So I think that's a relationship. I think if you're a tall woman like she is, you kind of tend to have to hang on to a tall guy like Bam, because you ain't gonna, have ease in the dating market when you're like 6'4" as a woman. So these guys are doing okay. So yeah, so something good happened in the NBA the other night. So that's cool. All right, Bam. All right, so here's the standings. Of course, the Pistons and the Thunder, they're hanging on to first place. I think the Thunder's hanging on by a thin thread, man. The Spurs are right on their back. And I wouldn't be surprised. Hey, man, what's going on, man?
Mr. Payne, how you doing?
All right, how you doing?
Doing very good. Just one comment about Bam, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I've shied away from watching NBA basketball. It's
Why is that?
because, here's a guy, he shot what, 20 of 40 or 20, no, 20 of, I forget what the
Yeah,
percentage
it was.
was.
He shot 36 out of something. It was 36 out of something.
For free throws. But
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
From the field, he was, I don't know, 20 out of, 45 shots or something like that.
All right. So what's the problem?
So, if you or I got out there and jacked up 45 shots, okay, we're gonna hit 18 of them. Okay. So I don't know. I just think
they won the game, right? They won the game.
did. But I just think it's kind of tainted a bit when you compare that to Kobe's, what he did, 20 years ago, 81 points, how he got those points. He truly worked for those points. So I don't know. It just doesn't seem like
it. Man, you got recency bias, man. It's not recency bias. You got like nostalgia bias.
Yeah, maybe so. But
let's put it this way. One of the things when a player's hot, I think the other players naturally defer to him until he shows that he's cooled off. That happens a lot in basketball, right?
But that's kind of my point, though. I'm not so certain he was hot. Right? 20 out of 46 is not really
if he wasn't hot, man, they went okay.
He was open, I guess. I don't know, or just taking a lot of shots.
Well, isn't Bam a perennial all-star?
Say again?
Isn't Bam a perennial all-star?
Yeah,
at least he's
yeah, he's certainly an above average good player. Very good player.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll have to go back and watch the speeded up version of the game, and then I'll come back with an opinion maybe next week.
Yeah, so they got a comment here saying it's not his fault that people were hacking the shit out of him, right? I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's true. I mean, but I still hear you. I mean, but I guess you can find a downside in them almost anything, man. You know what I'm saying? You got 83 points. I mean, let me tell you, it's pretty hard to score 83 points in a game, even if you're hot, right? Because it was like 130 something, 120. There was other people touching the ball.
Yeah, there's only so many possessions.
Exactly. So I mean, for that alone, they must have got a lot. I would like to see the rebound. They had to get a lot of offensive rebound.
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah.
So I mean, but more power to him, man. But what do you think about his relationship with Asia Wilson?
Well, I heard you commenting on that. So they're an item, you say?
Oh, they've been an item for a while.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I don't think they're married, but I think it's a good matchup, man.
It's good for them. It's certainly good for them. Power couple. Yeah,
and if you're a woman and you 6'4", you ain't finding no average boyfriend anywhere.
Yeah.
So there you go. So she ain't leaving him. Plus he's rich. She got a little bit of money, but she don't got no NBA money.
Right.
All right, so here's the standings. I think the Thunder are hanging on to first place by a thin thread because the Spurs are kind of hot, and I don't know if they're getting I don't know if they're going to get the first place, and I don't know if it really matters, right? Because the bottom line is that when it comes to the Western Conference Championship, it's going to be the Thunder and somebody. That's what I think, and it'll probably be Spurs. Hello, you still there?
Yeah. Yeah, just looking at the standings here. Yeah, looks like the Thunder and Spurs, and I would like to see the Pistons. I would like to see them come out of the East. Bickerstaff, I have a lot of respect for him. Watched his father coach for a lot of years. So, yeah, I'd like to see plus Cleveland let him go a couple of years ago. So I would like to see Pistons do it.
Well, the Pistons are playing. Let me put it to you this way. The Celtics are a surprise. And what I didn't put on here, we could discuss. I saw Tatum's his game coming back.
Mm-hmm.
He looks good, man. He fell just short of a triple-double on his first game back.
Yeah, well, Jaylen Brown was having a, MVP season, so it'll be interesting to see what happens these last, 20 games, 18 games, to see how the distribution
Well,
goes.
well, let me tell you, I think everybody except Tatum and Brown have an issue with them being on the same team.
It
I mean,
seems like-
last year before they won a championship, there was like a talking head after talking head say they can't exist together.
Right.
I mean, it was like, what the hell are you talking about? And then they
Yeah.
win the championship, and these guys are sounding like Ralph Cramden. I mean, they play well together, man. And one of the things, when you have two guys like that on the team, you can't double.
Yeah, that's true. Very true.
You just can't double team, man. That's funny because not quite the same. But when who's the guy who strangled the coach? Sprewell and Houston.
Yeah,
People,
Allen Houston.
they were underrated couple, man, together.
Mm-hmm.
The Knicks had a pretty good team with those two dudes, man. And they're not Brown or Tatum. Excuse me, but the fact when they were on the court, man, they were very hard to guard that team.
Yeah.
And when
Allen
Houston got hot, man, when he got hot, man, he was hot.
Yeah, Houston was a 3-point shooter, long-range shooter, and Sprewell was more of a slasher type.
Slasher, man.
Yeah.
And they worked well together. He said Sprewell's head has never got together, man. He just, he's just an idiot. But Houston, I think he still might be with the Knicks. He still might be. He was in the front office. He just went in the woodworks, but he's been in with the Knicks for years. I think he's still with them in the executive office.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
one thing that
there you
Brown
go.
One of the things that Brown has proven is that he can lead a team. So I think that's a good thing for him.
Oh yeah. Yep. So there was that. NBA's they're heating up, man. They're playing. I always like the playing games. March Madness is right around the corner. The 15th is the final brackets come out for both the men and the women. It's been so watered down. It's hard for me to get really excited about March Madness. What do you think? Until maybe the semifinals or something like that, the Sweet 16.
Yeah, but it's kind of exciting sometimes to see the underdog teams, win. Like in the first round or second round. That's the thing that I kind of look forward to is seeing those underdogs beat some of the has a first place team lost to the 16th place team yet? They came close, I think, but that's a good question. But a 2 is lost to an 8 maybe or something like that. But
those happen. Those happen if the 8 year gets hot. Yeah. I mean, when Georgetown lost that year, man, what was it Providence or who was it who beat them? It was Villanova.
Yeah.
Their team, the Big East was a monster back then, but their team wasn't that highly ranked. They played a perfect game to beat it was almost a perfect game.
Yeah, all of those teams back then, St. John's and Villanova, Georgetown, Providence, they were all good.
Syracuse. Man, the Big East was a monster, man. Yeah. Jesus Christ. I still remember the Georgetown North Carolina game when, they had like 8 pros on that court, man.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And Wiki Brown, I played basketball with him in the Bronx. We were on the same boys club team,
Was that right? Okay.
Oh yeah.
So what's he doing now?
Man, he's probably some kind of executive. He had to live through that pass.
Oh yeah, that was awful.
Yeah.
Awful for him. Yeah.
Yeah, it was awful. Yeah. But he was always good, man. We all kind of, when he got picked for Georgetown, everybody lived vicariously through him. We weren't best buddies because he was maybe around 4 years younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
But he was out of Monroe Projects, I believe. And so he was really good, man. So went to Stevenson High School, which Stevenson High School in the Bronx was a pretty damn good high school for basketball. Yep. So that's it. So we got March Madness to look forward. Okay, so now let's go from that to the chicks. The WNBA, man, shit, they can't step on themselves enough. So their deadline was they were supposed to have some agreement by yesterday, but it's come and gone, and so nobody knows what the hell's going on. You know, they didn't cancel the season. They didn't say anything yet, but it's not going good. You know. And so listen.
What's up, you guys? I'm Rachel Demita, and welcome to the Courtside Club. Today, we have a good old iPad episode for you guys. And if you're an OG subscriber, then you know exactly what that means. That means I'm going to sit on the floor and I'm going to yap, okay? Because that's all that I have in me. And I don't even know where to start this video. I really don't. It's March 10th. It's the day of the deadline, the doomsday day for the WNBA CBA negotiations. And we have been covering this relentlessly for over 6 months now, and it's exhausting. And here we are, it's 4:33 p.m. Central Time on March 10th, and we don't know what's going on. We don't know if a deal is going to get done. Now, the latest news that we have is that the players and the owners, they swapped proposals over the weekend, but they didn't disclose any details about those proposals. Now, I actually think that that was a good idea for them because we've honestly heard too much through these CBA negotiations. And yes, that might be good for content. There's plenty of things to talk about, but we know way too much when it comes to the details of these negotiations. And I don't think it's actually helped. To be quite frank.
You know, I tell you, what she's saying now, Ramsey, it has nothing to do with basketball. It has to do with gender. I think women talk way too much on social media about everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So the fact that she brought up that point is a big deal. I mean, I remember when the NBA had contentious, kind of things, but everything wasn't laid out on the table. You know, social media, you know, it was the story time shit on social media is just absolutely dominated by women. They talk about their husbands, they talk about their sex life, they talk about shit that, you know, you wish 5 years afterwards that you would have never said.
Right.
You know, and so I can see, and the honeys, man, in the WNBA, man, they talk about every little thing. And, you know, so part of negotiations also is saving a little face, right? Because everybody leaves these negotiations a little bit miffed. Right? They say the best negotiation is that nobody wins. We both get what we want, but each one of us feels a little dissatisfied with the compromise.
Mm-hmm. True.
You know, and man, the ladies are just going on, and they got their own issues too. But
It's pretty much been the WNBPA and the player side that has been releasing a lot of information. We haven't heard much from the league and the owners, like honestly, since last year. Like we've heard a little bit from Adam Silver, but since Kathy did that little press conference in like during the NBA finals, like I think it was actually the first day of WNBA finals, since she did that press conference, we haven't really heard from her. And
well, there you go, man. We haven't found out what the ramifications of missing this deadline is yet. I think the owners are trying to throw as much rope to the ladies as they can, but they're not going to get what they want. It's just not they're not going to be happy.
Yeah, they usually don't, you know, because the owners are, you know, clearly they're pretty savvy, you know, compared to the Players Association. So and they hold the bottom line purse strings. So, you know, the players almost never get what they fully want. You know, you have to compromise. You really do.
Yeah, man. What's going on, Coach? What's happening?
Hey, Coach.
What's up, fellas? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the WNBA conundrum?
I don't think the league want to see a bunch of girls liking girls running up and down the court.
Well, okay, what does negotiation have to do with their sexual orientation?
Hey, it plays a big deal when you're looking at the eye of the world. The NBA is trying to go global, right? Even the WNBA at some point is going to have games overseas, but I'm just assuming. But
well, no, the aesthetic part. There's an aesthetic issue to it, but if we were to weigh, I think you know what's more important, or not more important, that weighs heavier, is that the fact that these women hated Caitlin Clark when she came in. A lot of people don't realize she missed pretty much the whole second year.
Yeah,
You know, and so the
yeah.
numbers are more real with her not there. When she was there, the numbers got exploded the first year. Second year, she's not there. So the owners are starting to say, you know, all of these things that we think is happening is really on the shoulders of just pretty much one woman.
Yeah.
And a WNBA, catty ass women as they are, and this is where the sexual orientation comes in, because Caitlin is straight and she's white. But I just think that they hate the chick. Or else they would have leaned into her being there and everybody would have ate at a rising table. But I don't think women are like that. Like, I mean, and here's my only thing. When the big stars, Ramsey, you could chime in this thing. When the big stars in the NBA come in as rookies, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, the men didn't act like pussies, right? They said these guys are bad. You know, they might hurt, they might try to, challenge the rookies, but they weren't jealous of them the way the women were of Caitlin Clark. Am I right or wrong?
I don't think that the guys, had that type of attitude or mentality about the new coming stars.
No, they absolutely
not at all.
Yeah, not at all. That's not how men operate. We might want to beat you on a court, but we're happy you're there, right? Because competition means everything. Anyway, so I think they just self-destructed, man. They had a golden goose, and they could have threw gasoline on a golden goose, and they probably would have had an easier CBA if Caitlin would have played last year, and they would have leaned into the fact that whether she's the best player or not, she was bringing butts in the seat, and she was putting butts in the seats.
I think 95% of the league is liberal, anyway.
Oh,
and again, if this was under the old regime, they could probably get what they're asking for. But this is a new time. And again, like you said, with Caitlin Clark, she's the oddball in the whole group. And, they would rather have someone like Angel Reese be the face and, your favorite. But, she's like, she ain't with it. She ain't really with it. So,
don't be talking about my girl. Angel.
Yeah, that's your girl, man.
But there's nothing wrong with having, and I think, the successful leagues have had multiple faces.
Of course.
They have multiple faces of the league. So, there's nothing wrong with having Caitlin and Angel Reese and Asia, the three of them, or whoever else is
and this young lady, who's that? What's the name of that girl next to her? Arpane, what's her name? The one
man, I forgot.
For UConn,
Sophie Cunningham.
No, the one from UConn right here next to
I can't remember
Caitlin Clark.
I can't remember her name.
And see, she likes girls too. I think she got girlfriend.
I know what you're talking about, but a lot of them are. And the people were disappointed that she came out and she's a beard lover, So anyway, man, what can you say, man? That's just the nature of the beast. The unrivaled league is over. They had a second. Depending on who you're talking to, they said they had a successful year with a championship for the Mist, and Breanna Stewart was the MVP. I don't know if she's from the UConn, whatever.
Yeah, she's from UConn.
Yeah, so there you go. So this is that there you have. So and I left this is the NHL. I just collect the stats on it. I haven't seen a game at all. They're games played 65. They play 82 games too, so they're near in the end. They had the big break in the middle for the Olympics. So here's just the up-to-date stats.
Yeah, it's a lot of parity within the NHL. Not really no teams really stand out.
And a lot of them, make the playoffs. I feel what they have was at least 16 teams make the playoffs, something like that, right?
Yeah, I think one of the interesting things about this is, the Sabres is about the only team that I really kind of watch a little bit.
Oh yeah,
Buffalo Sabres.
Buffalo Sabres. Yeah, of course.
But But, you know, one thing about them is they hadn't made the playoffs, I want to say it's 14 straight years. And you look where they stand right now. And, you know, they have the best record in the NHL since, I want to say, December. So they're a team to watch. Not just because,
so they're getting hot at the right time.
Yeah, exactly. And
have you ever been to the Ord? You ever been to the Ord to watch them play? I know they got a new stadium now, a new arena.
Yeah, I went to the Ord back in the day and watched the Sabres and the Buffalo Braves. Yeah.
I used to go there. Man, I saw a Prince concert in the Ord, man. He turned that place out, man. Prince, what's my man's name? Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder, okay.
Yeah, so that was a concert right there. You saw legends right there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I saw the Jackson 5.
The Jackson 5.
Yeah, Jackson 5.
Not even Michael Jackson. The Jackson 5.
The Jackson 5, man.
Yeah.
When did you wear your stacks to the concert?
There you go, man. That was like mid-70s, man. I had to be like 70, 75, something like that.
Oh yeah, you were.
Yeah, man.
You wore high heels.
The Ord was a legendary stadium. Arena. Yep. Okay. So we had other banter, man. You know, this is I don't know. Are you guys familiar with Brandon Williams?
Nah.
Brandon?
Okay. This is Brandon Williams. And they say he looked like Kyrie.
Okay.
Ooh,
I can do that. Hold on, I can do that move today. I can do that move today, man. Okay. With my bad back and fingers and knees and everything. I can do that move.
That's a nice move right there. He just
That's what I'm saying, man. That's why I hate the NBA, because all of these moves were created on the playground back in the 80s.
Of course. All right, so you could do the move. You taking off shoes right now, huh?
No, I'm running right now. If I take my shoes off, I'm going to sleep.
I'm talking about the other guys trying to guard you, man. You know.
Oh yeah, This is old. The Euro step. I was doing that in the 9th grade. Yeah, that's old moves, man. All that.
That looks like you said Kyrie, but this guy's getting in the paint. That's like Rod Strickland. You know.
Rod Strickland was a monster in the paint.
Yeah, he would get in the paint and get knocked down, get up. You know.
Yeah, Rod Strickland. You know, but everybody got on the Knicks when they had Mark Jackson. Said, why you get Strickland? You need another guard. You know? So, but Strickland had a decent career.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he was decent.
He did. All right. Okay, so what do you guys spend? NBA and ATL Hawks. They're partnered with the Magic City.
Magic City.
They got a Magic City night, man. Come on.
Hey man, we got to get us some tickets, man. What you talking about?
Just shit.
What you talking about, man? Good Friday. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, so
City, but I never thought I'd see the day an actual NBA.
Yeah, I mean, this is crazy.
Franchise, bringing the Magic City brand to a professional basketball game. And of course, it had to be Atlanta. For those who don't know, Magic City Monday is officially coming to State Farm Arena, a real NBA arena. And everybody isn't feeling it. One NBA player already came out urging the league to shut the collaboration down, saying it's not a good look to mix those two brands together. And then there's T.I. Right as this is happening, rapper T.I. is set to perform at the same game. He's been coming back out lately to gain publicity promoting what he's calling his final album after spending the past several weeks generating a buzz, including going back and forth with 50 Cent, one of the internet's premier trolls. T.I. is also in the middle of this Magic City controversy. Coincidence, strategic timing, or just Atlanta being Atlanta? We're going to break it all down, but first, take a second to make sure you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell for all updates. And while you're at it, go ahead and hype this video up. So last week, the Atlanta Hawks released this press release. It says Hawks to celebrate Atlanta's iconic cultural institution, Magic City, during the team's Magic City Monday game against the Orlando Magic on Monday, March 16th. And I see what they did there. The club is called Magic City. Then the popular legendary night at that club is Magic City Monday, the Hawks, they're playing the Orlando Magic, and that game falls on a Monday. So yeah, I see what they did there. This press release came out about a week and a half ago on February 26th. It says the Atlanta Hawks today announced a special one-night collaboration to celebrate the city's iconic cultural institution, Magic City, during the team's home game against Orlando on Monday, March 16th. As a part of this celebration, the Hawks have worked with Magic City to bring the best of the phenomena for fans in attendance at the award-winning State Farm Arena. The Hawks, who were recognized last season as the NBA's best overall game entertainment, have tapped legendary rapper in Atlanta's own T.I. to perform some of its well-known tracks at halftime presented by Jack Daniels. The organization has also...
What you guys think, man?
Man, I'm living in the wrong city right now, man.
So you would buy a ticket to see?
I pay. Could you imagine that on Monday nights going out to Magic City after an NBA game? How popping it's going to be?
Yeah, well, I hear that, but they're bringing Magic City to the arena.
To the game.
In there,
Man, they better not bring no twerking sisters all up in there with them old drunk white men. They better not do it.
That's what I'm saying. So, they're falling short to say they're going to have silhouettes of naked ass chicks dancing around, you know what I'm saying, on the big screen. I don't think they're going to do that. But the fact is, it's Magic City. And they say a couple of things in here that we got to get to, which I have a real big problem with.
Teamed up with the coolest DJ in the world, DJ Esco, who also serves as the Landmark's resident DJ on Mondays to curate pregame music. So they got T.I. wrapped in this. The halftime show presented by a whiskey company, Jack Daniels, that's in partnership with the NBA. The Atlanta Hawks specifically and at least 4 other teams have deals with Jack Daniels. Then they have DJ Esco, a longtime resident DJ of the infamous Magic City Mondays at Magic City. So you got a strip club DJ, a whiskey brand, and T.I. bringing everything scandalous that comes along with his name these days. They're all a part of this degenerate plan to turn State Farm Arena into Magic City. They went on to say prior to the game, the Hawks' principal owner, filmmaker, and actor Jamie Gertz will present a special introduction of the Hawks AF podcast. Last year, Magic City celebrated 40 years with a 5-part Stars docuseries.
It's so funny how Jamie Gertz, man, and she used to be on, I think, was she on Saturday Night Live as well? She was an actress, and all of a sudden, I think she married into it, like a lot of women marry into money. And she became the owner of the Hawks. And, she's, I guess, in her early 60s or something. Maybe she's a little older. But,
Let me give I'm sorry. Listen, let me give a shout out to the light skins, man. The DJ and T.I. We rocking. Come to Magic City. Get you a dance and shoot some hoops. Do it all, man.
So I guess the league doesn't have any type of oversight or approval.
They do. So we're going to get
bring in.
The league approved this shit.
Presumably they approve.
Yeah, the league had to approve it.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go.
It was called Magic City, an American fantasy produced by Gertz, alongside Grammy Award-winning music mogul and Atlanta native Jermaine Dupri. The series explores the history, cultural impact, and influence of the Atlanta landmark and features interviews with Big Boy, Killer Mike, T.I., and others, and reveals its pivotal role in hip-hop and Black culture. I don't like this. I just don't. You have Jamie here, who's a principal owner of the Hawks, and who knew that the principal Hawks owner was behind that Magic City docuseries Jermaine Dupri was running around last year talking about? She produced.
That's the whole thing, right? So you got a black face, but a white woman behind the whole thing. So you know who has creative license and what gets said and what doesn't get said. So we got this thing called Black culture, but there's a white woman behind it. And so that just means that whatever the final product is not based on all the black artists and none of that shit. It's based on what she says.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, I'm fine with them celebrating with their series. That's something that you have to go out and find and watch on your own. Something adults can watch if they want to. What I don't like is the co-mingling of the brands going on here. It's inappropriate, period. It's a time and a place for everything. And I don't think a brand that's supposed to be a clean brand that didn't even want players wearing do-rags and baggy clothes a game just a quarter of a century ago. Remember, Commissioner David Starr used to have a fit when he saw Allen Iverson coming. But now you're telling me this is the same league allowing that brand that was supposed to be clean and family-friendly to collaborate with Thought Pocket Boppers? Like, what in the world is going on? Are y'all okay? Where's Adam Silver at? He's allowing this? Listen,
Yeah.
Adam, I already told you. If the NBA will actually recruit good players and allow them to play real basketball that's entertaining instead of this new version of the game y'all got going on, then y'all wouldn't have to use these desperate, tacky tactics just to get people interested in coming to a game. I'm sorry, but this is just tacky. And you're looking at the official press release from the Hawks talking about black culture is strip club culture. Like, why nobody ain't seen nothing?
Can you imagine that? Black culture
Mhm.
is strip club culture. The
Mhm.
fact is, man, just I mean, it's just no way. I mean, just the bigotry of low expectations on black people in general, and just too many folks goddamn lean into this stuff.
Wrong with this. And no, I don't care if y'all like Magic City. If you're an adult, okay, do what you want. But why y'all bringing this mess to the NBA, monetizing it in a setting that's supposed to be family friendly? And you got the Hawks calling this black culture, equating strip club culture with the black American culture in an official release.
You know what? The truth of the matter, and the sad truth of the matter is it true or not? Is it true? As part of black culture, is the strip club part of it?
No, I would say no. Not in my mind. At least they separated it from Black History Month. I guess that's the silver lining in this.
That this is in March instead of November and February. I just think that's just coincidence.
Yeah,
I think that's just a coincidence. I just think that's a coincidence.
Well, if they're talking about it's part of the culture, at least they separated it. So,
Man, but even the two teams, right? They playing the Magic. So you got Magic City Mondays, and you're talking about two states, right? You can pull up anywhere, any of those states right now, and then get some booty dropping performances.
Right? There's no doubt.
Pop that. What's that? True Live Crew back in the early 90s. Come on, man. What we talking about?
Yeah.
Adam Silver, he want to see some booty shaking too.
I don't know how many millions he gets paid. Probably over $50 million a year. You don't care, man.
So are y'all going to? Let me ask you this: y'all have tickets, right? Y'all have sons or daughters, right? 12, 13. Y'all going to the games at night?
If I was an Atlanta Hawks fan, I probably would and playing Magic. Magic is playing pretty well too. I don't know. If you're a fan, you're going to the game.
But they promoted it as the Magic City night.
Yeah. You know what they're doing? Instead of popping, they're popping that thing, they actually have their two most famous wings are going to be on the menu. Yeah. Lemon pepper and some other lemon kind of pepper wings. And so I guess at the venues they're going to be selling the hell out of them. Chicken wings all over. That's another thing. Black chicken. How come they ain't fried? Just give us some fried chicken, watermelon, and grape soda. Jesus Christ, man! You know what? Anyway, man, that's just the way it is, man. All right. So, remember Sharon Moore? Remember Sharon, the disgraced quote unquote coach? Well, he gets a plea deal, and so let's go ahead and explore 2 minutes of his plea deal.
Our other top story tonight, huge twist in the case against Sharon Moore.
The former U of M coach made a surprise move, accepting a plea deal today and then pleading no contest to 2 lesser charges. Let's go to Lauren Kostick. She's following this for us. She's live in Ann Arbor tonight. Lauren, today's hearing was delayed for hours.
It was. We're live outside the Washington County Courthouse tonight, and this is where an evidentiary hearing was scheduled to start at 11 to discuss how the arrest warrant was obtained in this case. But that was all scrapped when both parties walked in hours later saying they reached a deal. Sharon Moore walking into court Friday hand in hand with his wife and attorney by his side. It was just a few months ago when Moore, wife and attorney by his side, walked in hours later saying they reached a deal. Sharon Moore walked.
That's his wife. Now, listen, they got 2 kids together, and he's done all this dastardly shit, right? But guess what? She's right there. She's right there.
Yeah, she's right there for right now.
Nah. You know, you think
She's right
gonna
there for
leave?
right now. She's right there for right now.
You think she's gonna leave?
Man, yeah, she's gonna leave.
As soon as this case is over, she says, "You know, I'm out of here."
I give her by the 4th of July.
Okay, we'll follow up on that.
Walking into court Friday, hand in hand with his wife, an attorney by his side. It was just a few months ago when Moore was fired from the university for an inappropriate relationship with a staffer. That same day, he was arrested for allegedly breaking into that staffer's home and threatening.
I did a show on this guy a few months back when it all came down.
To harm himself. But his defense attorney claimed
this lady saved his life, man. If you got to go back and listen to what she found out about the arrest and the charges, and how she actually dug out the fact that the charges were trumped up, and there's no way he should have been charged what he was charged with, and the judge agreed with her, and that's why the plea deal came in. So get yourself a good lawyer, and he could afford one still, I guess.
important information was admitted.
What?
No.
What?
You get married, you head coach of a Power 5. Sit your ass down.
Oh, no, I agree.
Stop
with that.
running around in the streets.
I agree with you there.
Get what you get. Stop running
that.
around in the streets. Is all
I agree with that. I'm just talking about where he is now. Of course, he should be doing it, but we'll have a discussion on that after this is over.
When obtaining his arrest warrant. That's what led to today's hearing, where we expected to hear from key witnesses in the case, including the staffer he was allegedly having a relationship with. So here's how his plea deal breaks down. Moore was originally charged with felony third-degree home invasion and 2 misdemeanor charges, stalking and breaking and entering. In the deal,
the house that he actually had a key to, right? You know,
all 3 of those were dismissed. Instead, he pleaded no contest to 2 new charges: malicious use of telecommunications device and trespassing.
Whatever the first one means.
They're both misdemeanors. Take a listen.
Ain't number a cell phone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They made some shit up.
They made it up.
Advice, how do you plead?
No contest.
To the charge of trespass, how do you plead?
No contest.
Now you understand that by pleading no contest, you'll not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, sir.
The dismissal of those charges validates the concerns we raised about the investigation from the very beginning. Mr. Moore is pleased to put this behind him and move forward.
All right. She's got decent lips. I like her lips.
Oh, God, damn.
Anyway, so, hey, listen, the brother, the sentencing is in April, and I don't think he's going to get any jail time, but, you know, there you have it. All right.
I give him like 5 years probation.
So here's the question. Dak and Sarah Jane Ramos, gold digger or philanderer that broke up their engagement. They were supposed to get married next month, you know, and so speculation just jumped up.
Down is the issue, not the seatbelt.
The Dallas Cowboys.
He is.
All right. So when their engagement broke off, and either one of y'all could talk in, the internet immediately said that the woman didn't want to get married because she didn't want to sign a prenup. Guys, she was a bartender, and he's a $300 million man. And what he's doing with her is crazy, but he picked the bartender out and fell in love. They got 2 kids, and they were getting married next month, and it didn't happen. So let's go here and see what Emmanuel Ochos has to say and what you guys think about it.
Massive prenup standoff. After securing a historic $240 million contract, Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott and his fiancée Sarah Jane Ramos were supposed to be celebrating their upcoming April wedding. The rumor is that Dak spent the last few months pushing hard for a rock-solid prenup to protect his new bag, and she flat out refused to sign it. That underlying tension finally boiled over into a massive screaming match right on the yacht, leading to their entire wedding being permanently shelved.
Now, all of this is speculation, right? That's what happened. So nobody knows. But listen what Emmanuel Ochos said. My man.
If she really walked away just because he wanted to protect his contract, did Dak actually dodge a massive bullet here?
Can I give a hot take?
Oh wow! But before you get a hot take, how they know all this stuff? This is
I don't know that. The whole second half of that is
the point.
This is allegedly.
Don't nobody sue us.
Because the yacht screaming is crazy.
Right.
Okay. Were you on the yacht?
But if I'm giving
So it was alleged that there was a joint bachelor and bachelorette party, and there was an argument on the yacht during it. But to their point, this is all allegedly because this didn't come out of Dak's mouth. Let's go.
A hot take. I'm anti-prenup. I'm anti-prenup. I believe that if you need a contingency plan for marriage, you shouldn't be marrying them. Oh my God. If you need to protect yourself from your future partner who you have to lay in bed with every night, the potential mother or father of your children.
Look how he's looking at him. What you think, Coach? Is he crazy?
He likes snow bunnies too. Someone in Dak's position and 50, 60, 70, 100, 200, $300 million. I think it's best to get a prenup.
Well, not just best, it's mandatory.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, I think, definitely get a prenup. A little regular working. We work at 9 to 5s, off on weekends. Hell, well, you can say we need it, but shit, we ain't got nothing. We're going to buy some furniture together, buy a house together. But when you coming in, if you're a bartender, you should be okay, cool. Because people don't understand everything that he buys with her after they marry, it's hers anyway. They'll split it. So
that's right. Every dime he makes, he has to separate his accounts out because he puts money in there. She lays claim to it.
You shouldn't be marrying them. A prenup to me is like a seatbelt on an airplane. If you need that seatbelt on an airplane, you got way bigger issues than the seatbelt.
Okay.
Airplane going down.
Okay.
So
McCoy,
I can't believe.
And I got money. I'm actually anti-prenup. I understand the thought process behind it, but if you're entering into like a covenant with an individual who quite literally controls your life, you will be asleep next to them every single night. They control whether you live or you die. If you're in the hospital on life support, they dictate if the doctor pulls the plug or does not. And you want a prenup? I'm just anti.
What's interesting is that he said that this is a hot take when this is the mainstream narrative take. And in fact, the hot take is the takes that I have. No prenup means that the government is signing your marriage contract, and the government does not have your best interest in mind. It has the government's best interest in mind. If you get married, there is a 50% chance that you will get divorced. Let's utilize his airplane analogy. All right. The marriage itself is the airplane. The seatbelt is the prenup. Riding an airplane that has a 50% chance of going down is the issue, not the seatbelt. The prenup or the seatbelt is not the issue here. And in fact, studies show that people who sign prenuptial agreements end up having longer lasting.
So Emmanuel Ocho's an idiot, right? I think. What do you think, Coach?
Hey, man, I guarantee he got him one of them snow bunnies locked up and she wasn't go sign it, but he, I mean, listen, again, like I said,
he ain't married though. He ain't married.
But see, he'll be the same dude that if a sister wanted to get married, he'd be like, sign a prenup. It's all part of the play. It's been going on for years, man. Dudes say sisters are gold diggers and they'll marry outside the race.
You think there's a racial issue with him?
Other race of women, they taking all your money. They getting more than half of your shit.
Matter of fact, other races of women are much more vicious than the sisters are.
Yes.
There's so many sisters who let guys just walk free and don't even pursue them. I'll do it myself because there are a lot of them are arrogant. I know we've been around black women, man. You know how many men are not paying child support who have babies all over the place? A lot.
Yes.
So white women ain't letting you get away with that. They're coming after you, man. Shoot.
Let me say something about this. When people talk about this marriage and 50-50, I understand it, man. Listen, this is a stat that's been going on all of my life. So the thing like, oh man, 50-50, everything in life is 50-50. Everything you do in life is 50. I guess when it comes to a woman breaking your heart, it's a little more, impactful than.
She break your. Can you imagine a woman break your heart? She's sucking somebody else's Johnson, right?
It don't break my heart anymore. You got me at 17.
You take half of your shit. So you
Man,
can't.
I'm burning that shit.
You can't even really bring. That's the problem,
I'm burning that shit.
The emotional toll a woman could put on a man is one thing, but on the way out, if she's just taking on your shit with her, it's no way. A lot of guys can't recover. Not really financially. It depends on what age you are too. If you're 50 years old, 55 years old, and you're just a regular smuggler guy, but you got enough to, where your woman, especially if she doesn't make as much as you, because I have a partner, his wife cheated on him, and he still had to pay alimony. Now, it didn't break the bank, but still, just a thought about you being wronged and you still have to pay for it, it's just something wrong with that. This is
just part of the law.
Mentally wrong with that. I mean, it really is. I don't care how much money the woman makes. There's got to be some kind of like, you know what? You don't want to be with this guy anymore, and you shouldn't be able to benefit from his life anymore either. That's the way it is.
They file. I would agree. If they file, then you walk away with the little 2 garbage bags you came in with and keep it moving.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. So it's never gonna happen. But anyway, that's it, man. So Dak Prescott. But now the new thing is that Dak Prescott is a cheater, and she's not a gold digger, but he's a philanderer. Like he's been busting down chicks all over the place.
What you expect?
And that might be true.
That's why he shouldn't have never got married. You should never look to get married until I can see, what's that late 20s, 29, 30, 34. I can see,
I hear you. I don't know. Listen, if you're still cheating, the way that's a rumor too, so it might not be true. But it's which one is more likely to you, him cheating or she's a gold digger?
Shit, him exercising his options. Listen, man, you $60 million man of the Dallas Cowboys. Everybody who watches football knows who you are.
That's right.
You're the quarterback of America's team. You know what I'm saying? So and he's successful. Dak has still pretty much had a winning career.
Yeah, he had a decent career. Yeah,
I don't understand it, man.
And he's not ugly, and he got all this money. So women are throwing themselves at him. And but let me ask you a question. And here's another question. His woman's probably got some gold digger in her, so she wants to be able
she got
to
some gold digger.
She got to, right? But here's the point. Every woman who marries one of these guys or who's with one of these guys got to know that they're dipping their wick elsewhere once in a while.
She works in a bar. Right? There's a picture, right? She works in a bar.
Right.
Almost every bar you go into America has a TV or two.
Right.
It's Monday night football, Thursday night football, Saturday night football. Hey, turn on the game. Oh, that's Dak Prescott. That's my favorite quarterback. That's my quarterback of my team. All of a sudden, one of these off weekends, he walks in the bar. You don't know who he is? Yeah. Everybody know who this dude is.
Well, so, why would Dak, out of all the women that he could fall for, he falls for a woman who's a bartender?
Because they play dumb. Oh, I didn't know who you are. They play dumb.
I mean, but men, come on, he's got to be stupid, right? Because shouldn't a man want somebody a little bit more equally yoked as well?
Pretty much.
Yeah, but so he gives her 2 kids, and they're not married, and they plan to get married, and now they're not even together no more because the wedding's off. So there's a lot that we don't know about, and for her to say, listen, for her to think she comes out and say he's a cheater, right? Let's just say
after the fact.
Yeah, whatever. Even if it was after the fact, I mean, here you were giving away the box for chicken dinners. And now you got a guy who could change your life forever, and you worried about him dipping his wick once in a while in a different woman. Get out of here. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, my thing is, it's just not even. It's not even. So listen, and we're not saying he actually did it, but I think she was saying she could have said, well, if we get married, then all the rest of that stuff has to stop. And he's not willing to do that.
No.
So I mean, is he right? Maybe not. But monogamy is a new concept. I think it's not a concept that is congruent to nature. I mean, we all do it by choice, not by it's a choice that has to be made, and you got to be ready to make that choice because it's a serious choice. It is, Anyway, so that's that. Jerome Moore, I think he got off. I think it was justice was served, but he's still stupid because come on, man. You can't be fooling around with your subordinate like that. It's just the dumbest shit in the whole world. What's the last one? Oh, the Hawks. What about the Hawks in Magic City? You got an issue with that?
Man, listen, man, I need some tickets, man. Anybody selling some tickets, man? I need tickets for Monday night Magic City Hawk games, man. I need to be there, man, for real.
Get some lemon pepper wings. I can't imagine. There's gonna be chicken bones all over the place.
Yeah, man, just chicken bones and grease everywhere. Just grease.
Everywhere. Come on. I don't even know. I mean, it's going to be T.I. is going to do a concert. But what's going to make Magic City? I guess the DJ is going to be there. He's going to play a lot of ratchet-ass music. And but are they're going to dress up the cheerleaders scantily clad on the floor?
Listen, brother, you ain't got to look at the cheerleaders. Just walk around the stadium and look up in the stands when that camera start catching all the ladies twerking on the back of their seat, brother. Yeah, every lady up in there gonna be twerking it.
They gonna be some naked ladies in that.
Yes,
they're gonna be naked all over that goddamn place. Oh my God!
And the Hawks ain't gonna win another game because everybody going to Magic City that night.
You know what? I heard this. I don't know. You can tell me if it's true. Women are naked so often, right? That it's not even a turn on anymore. Not really. It's like we're all doctors.
Yeah, it's like
I mean, after a gynecologist, man, let's just say pretty women come in, but you get all kinds of women, diseases and all that. But the fact is, or a breast doctor, I mean, after a while, you just like, oh, okay. Yeah,
you get immune to it.
Yeah, man, you say, oh, okay.
I've seen this before.
Yeah, I mean, women are naked, so it's more of a turn on now if they can hide something. So now they just all butt naked out there. So anyway, man. So man, all right. So that's that. I only have one boxing match that I want to see coming up real soon, and that's at the end of the month. This guy, Sebastian Fundora against Keith Thurman. This guy's like 6'3". Keith Thurman's just a regular welter. I think they're fighting a super welterweight. So I think Keith Thurman probably not more than 5'10".
It should be an interesting match, man. I look forward to the match.
This guy is tall. He's all right, but he's all right. Got that long reach. So, and Keith Thurman is not what he used to be. So I think he's going to lose this match. But it should be interesting. But I think it's good. I don't know what service is going to be on, but it's not pay-per-view. I mean, I wouldn't pay pay-per-view for it. It'll be available after the fight's over on YouTube. So that's it, man. Yes, you guys y'all guys have whatchamacallit tonight?
Yeah, we ready going about.
Are you gonna shoot over to Precious's thing tonight?
I might do that, man. Holler at her, harass her a little bit because I seen her doing some lives on Instagram, about her life and stuff. So just
she wants to bring back the men's panel, right?
Oh man, okay, I might come over.
It's at Wednesday. It's at 9:00. So your thing should be over around 9.
I'll be about 9:30.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be there. Yeah. Other than that, man,
she sent me the link. I think she sent me the information on my Instagram, so I'll check it out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I know you're on there, so that's cool.
Yeah, all right, bro. Man. Good show, man, for sure.
Fine, man. Yeah, we had some good topics today, man. My man Ramsey had to drop off because he's having a lobster dinner with the wife.
Okay, then, I ain't mad at him, man. Listen,
you know what? I'm not letting this shit get cold for you guys. Get out of here, man.
Man, I ain't mad at him, man. My wife, she cooked early today. I'm eating leftovers. She cooking too much for me. I'm like, slow down.
Anyway, man, thanks for stopping in, man. I might pop over. One of these days, I might pop over to the sports show.
Yeah, just watching the clouds, man, and just check us out on our topics. Just chime in.
Actually, sometimes I do. I'm just saying, I mean, it's after this show, I usually have something else I'm trying to do.
Yeah, well, do what you got to do.
And that's
man.
why.
Shit.
But that's how it is, man. If I get time,
Yeah,
I'm
for sure.
gonna go over there. And then Tarus comes on after that.
No,
Man.
I'm
He
not
was
getting
crazy the other night. Oh man.
Yeah, Tarus is a victim Olympics, man. He's gonna be a victim for everything. For the rest of his life, he's gonna be a victim. So
all right, man.
Hey man, he's born in that generation that I talk about. He's that generation of, born in the 80s babies, man. They victims. It's everybody's fault but theirs. Everybody.
Man.
The government, mama, daddy, slavery. It's everybody's fault.
Man. Oh my God.
Yeah, salute, man.
All right, that's later on, brother.
All right.
Oh man. So everybody else out there, man, hit the like button, man. Share this video, watch the replay. I'm here every Wednesday at 7. Sometimes the fellas pop up, sometimes they don't. It's always better when they do, but it's all good. All right, so that's it. Fair use for all the stuff that I used. Usually I get through with it. Nobody bothers me. The daggone YouTube folks. I guess this is enough. This disclaimer. Plus, I have commentary about what we use. I think it's okay, especially if the content creators don't have a copyright claim. All right. So we're done, man. So all we have left is the outro, of course. And once we do that, thanks for stopping by. See you next Wednesday. And let's go from there. Matter of fact, anytime, just stay tuned for my, if you subscribe to the other channel and this one, just make sure you hit the notification bell. So when I go live, you guys will know about it.
Grab your friends, it's time to play. Join the fun, we're here all day. Watch the game with drinks in hand. On the swivel, let's take a stand. On the edge of our seats, we live for the thrill. In this moment together, we're feeling the chill. So here's to the laughter as we gaze at the stars. We say goodnight from the swivel at the sports bar. In the flicker of the screens where our spirits ignite, let's cherish this time as we fade into light. Tasty bites and big screen thrills. Every moment gives you chills. High fives and cheers, it's quite a sight. Join the crowd, it feels so right. As the game goes on, our hearts beat as one. Memories in the making, oh, this night's just begun. So here's to the laughter as we gaze at the stars. We say goodnight from the swivel at the sports bar. In the flicker of the screens where our spirits unite, let's cherish this time as we fade into light. So good night, my friends, till we meet again. In this world of the game, through thick and through thin.